What happens when a brave 9-year-old sets up an art booth to pay for her chemotherapy, and Clint Eastwood walks by, shocking everyone? A story you'll never forget. The bustling streets of downtown Austin, Texas, were alive with the vibrant colors of street art, the melodies of live musicians, and the chatter of locals and tourists alike. Neon signs illuminated the evening sky, and food trucks lined the sidewalks, offering a variety of tantalizing aromas. Amidst this lively scene, life moved with an energetic pace, filled with creativity and community spirit. But for one little girl, this wasn't just another day in the heart of the city. 9-year-old Mia sat on a sturdy metal stool, her small hands delicately arranging her handmade jewelry at a modest art booth. Her dark curly hair framed her face, and her bright eyes shimmered with determination. Before her stood a wooden table adorned with colorful beads, bracelets, and necklaces, each piece meticulously crafted with love and hope. A hand-painted sign above her booth read, "Art for Hope, help Mia fight cancer." Unlike other kids her age who might dream of toys or games, Mia had a far more pressing mission. Diagnosed with leukemia 8 months ago, she faced relentless chemotherapy treatments that left her weak and often bedridden. Yet Mia refused to let her illness dim her creative spirit or her desire to make a difference. Her mother, Laura, watched from a nearby cafe table, her heart torn between pride and worry. Laura worked tirelessly as a graphic designer, often taking on extra projects to cover Mia's mounting medical bills. Despite the exhaustion and stress, Laura found solace in watching Mia create, seeing in her daughter a beacon of resilience and unwavering hope. Mia's booth was a reflection of her inner strength. Each bracelet and necklace told a story, of battles fought, of dreams held onto, and of a heart full of courage. The vibrant colors of her art stood out against the urban backdrop, attracting the eyes of passers-by, who couldn't help but be drawn to the young artist's passion. Each weekend, after her grueling treatments, Mia returned to downtown Austin with her art supplies, ready to share her talent with the world. She believed that if she could earn enough from her creations, it would help ease the financial burden on her family and allow her to continue her life-saving treatments. Passers-by stopped to admire her work, some purchasing a bracelet or necklace, while others simply dropped coins and bills into her donation jar, touched by her talent and courage. Mia's art was more than just colorful accessories. It was a testament to her unbreakable spirit. She crafted each piece with intricate patterns and vibrant hues, infusing them with her dreams of overcoming her illness. Her small stature belied the strength of her character, and her smile never faltered, even on the toughest days. As the months passed, Mia's presence in downtown Austin became a beloved fixture. Locals grew fond of her, often stopping to chat and offer words of encouragement. The community rallied around her, inspired by her bravery and her commitment to making a difference in her own life and the lives of others facing similar battles. One sunny Saturday morning, Mia arrived early at her booth, her eyes bright with anticipation. She had designed a new collection inspired by the changing seasons, each piece reflecting the colors and moods of autumn. The air was crisp, and the trees lining the street were ablaze with shades of red, orange, and gold. Mia meticulously arranged her latest creations, her hands steady, despite the fatigue that often accompanied her. As the day unfolded, more people stopped by Mia's booth. Some admired her intricate beadwork, while others were moved by the story behind each piece. Children were especially drawn to her colorful bracelets, their laughter adding a layer of joy to the already vibrant atmosphere. Mia's dedication was evident in every aspect of her setup, from the carefully arranged displays to the heartfelt way she explained her mission to each visitor. Laura, observing her daughter's interactions, felt a surge of pride. She knew that Mia's art was not just a means to an end, but a powerful form of expression that allowed her to cope with the challenges she faced. Together, they had created something beautiful out of adversity, a beacon of hope that shone brightly in the midst of uncertainty. As the weeks turned into months, Mia's art booth became a symbol of resilience and community spirit. Regulars stopped by to purchase her latest creations, while newcomers were captivated by the young artist's story. Mia's booth was often accompanied by local musicians who provided a soundtrack of uplifting melodies, further enhancing the vibrant atmosphere. One afternoon, as Mia sat at her booth, an elderly man named Mr. Thompson approached her. He was a retired school teacher with a kind demeanor and a penchant for storytelling. Mr. Thompson had been following Mia's journey since her diagnosis, moved by her incredible spirit and dedication. "You're doing a wonderful thing, Mia," he said, gently touching one of her bracelets. "Your art brings so much joy and hope to everyone who sees it." Mia beamed, her eyes shining with gratitude. "Thank you, Mr. Thompson. I just want to help my family and others who are going through tough times." Mr. Thompson nodded thoughtfully. "And you're doing more than that. You're inspiring everyone around you. Keep it up, kiddo." As Mr. Thompson walked away, Mia felt a renewed sense of purpose. Each interaction, each sale, and each word of encouragement fueled her determination to continue her mission. The community support was overwhelming, and Mia knew that she wasn't alone in her fight. One rainy afternoon, as Mia sat under a large umbrella, she noticed a young boy named Ethan approaching her booth. Ethan was 10 years old, with bright blue eyes and a mischievous smile. He was known in the community for his love of science and his knack for making homemade gadgets. "Hi, Mia," Ethan greeted, pulling up a chair. "I saw your bracelets on social media." "They're awesome," Mia smiled, offering him a colorful bracelet. "Thanks, Ethan. It means a lot." Ethan examined the bracelet, turning it over in his hands. "You know, I've been thinking, maybe I can help you out more. I could build a little display or something to attract more people." Mia's eyes lit up. "That would be amazing. Thank you, Ethan." Together, they brainstormed ideas to enhance Mia's booth. Ethan used his engineering skills to design a small, eye-catching display that incorporated LED lights and a motion sensor to attract attention. The following weekend, their collaboration paid off. The new display drew even more visitors, and Mia's donations increased significantly. Word of Mia's innovative booth spread quickly, attracting attention from local media outlets. A reporter from the Austin Chronicle stopped by to interview Mia, eager to share her inspiring story with a broader audience. "You're making a real difference, Mia," the reporter remarked, her voice filled with admiration. "Tell us, what keeps you going?" Mia looked around at the bustling street, then back at her mother, and finally met the reporter's gaze. "Hope," she said simply. "Hope that one day I'll be better, and hope that I can help others too." Her words resonated deeply, capturing the essence of her mission. The interview was published the next day, and Mia's story went viral, touching hearts across the nation. Requests for donations and support poured in from all over, further easing the financial burden on her family. One crisp autumn evening, as the sun began to set and the city lights flickered to life, Mia sat at her booth, her hands deftly weaving beads into a new bracelet. The air was filled with the scent of roasted coffee and the sounds of live music emanating from a nearby venue. Despite her exhaustion, Mia's eyes sparkled with determination as she looked up to greet each passerby with a warm smile. Amidst the crowd, a tall figure approached, a man with a commanding presence, clad in a classic leather jacket and dark jeans. His rugged features and piercing eyes gave him an air of quiet authority. It was none other than Clint Eastwood, the legendary actor and filmmaker, known for his iconic roles and understated charisma. Mia noticed him immediately, her heart skipping a beat. Clint Eastwood, a figure she admired from a young age, was walking towards her booth. He paused for a moment, surveying the vibrant array of jewelry before him. His eyes finally settled on Mia, who was busy crafting a particularly intricate necklace. He crouched down to her level, his genuine smile breaking through his typically stoic demeanor. "These are some fine pieces. Kid, did you make them yourself?" he asked, his voice deep and steady. "Yes, sir," Mia replied, her voice filled with a mix of pride and humility. "I'm selling them to help pay for my treatments. It's my hope to get better." Clint nodded thoughtfully, his gaze softening as he took in Mia's earnest expression. "I can see that. Your work is impressive, and your spirit is even more inspiring." Mia felt a surge of emotions, pride, gratitude, and a touch of nervousness. "Thank you, Mr. Eastwood. Every bit helps." Clint reached into his pocket and pulled out a checkbook, the leather worn from years of use. "I think it's time this art gets the recognition it deserves," he said, scribbling a generous check for $50. He placed the check into Mia's donation jar, his gesture both unexpected and profoundly impactful. Mia's eyes widened in disbelief, tears welling up as she clutched the check. Her mother, Laura, rushed to her side, her own eyes glistening with tears of gratitude and astonishment. The surrounding crowd began to murmur, recognizing Clint Eastwood and sharing excited whispers. Phones were quickly raised to capture the moment, and the atmosphere shifted from one of everyday hustle to one of profound generosity and surprise. Clint stood up, his presence commanding yet gentle. "Keep doing what you're doing. Kiddo, the world needs more people like you." Mia nodded, her heart swelling with gratitude. "I will, Mr. Eastwood." As Clint Eastwood walked away, the crowd erupted into applause, their cheers echoing down the street. Mia and Laura stood at the center of the crowd, tears streaming down their faces as they absorbed the magnitude of what had just happened. "Clint Eastwood," a young man whispered to his friend. "I can't believe it." The Clint Eastwood. Others began to recognize the legendary actor, their excitement palpable as they realized the significance of the moment. Social media exploded with the hashtag #ArtForHope, as videos and photos of the encounter were shared widely, going viral within minutes. Local news stations quickly picked up the story, broadcasting Mia's incredible journey and Clint's unexpected act of kindness to millions of viewers across the country. The story of a young girl using her art to fight cancer and receiving support from a Hollywood icon captured the hearts of people everywhere. The community's response was immediate and overwhelming. Donations poured in from all over Austin and beyond, far exceeding Mia's initial fundraising goals. Local businesses offered to match donations, while fellow artists collaborated to create special pieces for fundraising events. The once modest art booth had transformed into a symbol of hope and unity, inspiring others to contribute and share their own stories of resilience. Clint Eastwood's gesture not only provided significant financial support for Mia's medical treatments, but also ignited a movement of compassion and generosity within the community. Mia's story became a beacon of hope, reminding everyone that even in the darkest times, the human spirit can shine brightly through acts of kindness. News of Clint Eastwood's unexpected donation spread rapidly through downtown Austin. Social media buzzed with photos and videos of the heartfelt encounter, garnering millions of views within hours. Local news outlets picked up the story, highlighting Mia's incredible bravery and Clint's act of kindness. The community's response was overwhelming. Donations poured in from all corners of the city, and even across the nation. Local businesses offered matching donations, and fellow artists collaborated to support Mia's cause. The once modest art booth had transformed into a symbol of hope and unity, inspiring others to contribute and share their own stories of resilience. Clint Eastwood's gesture not only provided significant financial support for Mia's medical treatments, but also ignited a movement of compassion and generosity within the community. Mia's story became a beacon of hope, reminding everyone that even in the darkest times, the human spirit can shine brightly through acts of kindness. Mia and her family were inundated with support. Letters of encouragement, flowers, and gifts filled their home, each one a testament to the impact of one small act of generosity. Mia's foundation, Art for Hope. It was established to continue her mission of helping other children battling serious illnesses. The foundation quickly gained momentum, with volunteers and supporters eager to contribute their time and resources. Clint Eastwood remained a silent hero in the background, his presence a constant reminder of the power of unexpected kindness. While he continued his work in the film industry, his support for Mia's cause resonated deeply within the community, inspiring others to give back in meaningful ways. With the financial burden lifted, Mia and her family found themselves able to focus more on healing and less on the constant stress of medical expenses. Mia continued to create beautiful art, her passion undiminished by her struggles. The support from the community and the inspiration from Clint Eastwood fueled her determination to overcome her illness and give back in meaningful ways. Mia's journey, marked by courage and creativity, resonated deeply with people everywhere. Her art booths became a common sight at local events, and the hashtag #ArtForHope trended regularly on social media platforms. Schools and organizations began hosting similar fundraisers, inspired by Mia's story and Clint Eastwood's generosity. One day, Mia received a package addressed to her at her home. Inside was a framed photo of her and Clint Eastwood at the art booth, along with a handwritten note. Mia carefully read the message, her eyes sparkling with joy and gratitude. "Dear Mia, your art and your spirit have touched my heart deeply. Keep fighting, keep creating, and know that you are never alone. Warm regards, Clint Eastwood." Mia's eyes welled up with tears as she shared the note with her mother. He wrote to me. She whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. He believes in me. Laura hugged her daughter tightly, tears streaming down her face. You've made a real difference, Mia. Not just for us, but for everyone who believes in you. Inspired by the note, Mia decided to expand her efforts. With the support of her foundation, she began organizing art workshops for children undergoing similar treatments, providing them with a creative outlet and a sense of community. These workshops not only helped the children express their emotions, but also fostered a network of support that extended beyond the hospital walls. Mia's foundation grew rapidly, attracting attention from national media and celebrities who wanted to contribute. Fundraisers were held across the country, each one celebrating the resilience of children like Mia. The movement sparked by Mia and Clint Eastwood's encounter became a nationwide symbol of hope and generosity. One sunny afternoon, Mia stood on a small stage at a local community center, surrounded by children and their families. The walls were adorned with colorful artwork, each piece a testament to the strength and creativity of young minds facing adversity. Behind her, a large banner read, "Art for Hope, Celebrating Resilience." Mia took a deep breath, her hands slightly trembling but her voice steady. "Hi everyone, I just wanted to say thank you," she began, her eyes scanning the audience filled with familiar faces and new friends alike. "When I started selling my jewelry, I never imagined the impact it would have. Your support has given me the strength to keep fighting and to help others do the same." The crowd erupted into applause, their cheers echoing through the room. Mia felt a warmth spread through her, a sense of fulfillment that words couldn't fully capture. She glanced to her side, where her mother stood beaming with pride, and then back to the audience, her heart swelling with gratitude. As Mia stepped back from the microphone, a familiar figure approached the stage. It was Clint Eastwood, dressed casually in a simple jacket and baseball cap, his presence as commanding as ever. He offered a small, respectful smile and a nod of acknowledgement. No grand gestures needed. Mia walked over to him, her small hand reaching out. "Thank you, Mr. Eastwood," she said softly, her voice filled with sincerity. Clint placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "You keep doing what you're doing, kiddo. The world needs more people like you." Mia nodded, feeling a profound connection with the man who had changed her life. "I will," Archie promised, her determination shining through. The moment was electric, charged with the kind of hope that felt rare and precious. It was a testament to the enduring power of kindness and the remarkable impact that one person can have on another's life. Months turned into years, and Mia's foundation, Art for Hope, continued to thrive. Schools across the country incorporated art therapy programs inspired by Mia's workshops, providing children with a creative outlet to express their emotions and cope with their illnesses. Local businesses partnered with the foundation, hosting art fairs and exhibitions that showcased the talents of young artists, further expanding the reach and impact of Mia's mission. Mia herself grew into a talented young artist, her work evolving with her experiences and the support of her community. She pursued her passion with unwavering dedication, her art becoming a symbol of resilience and hope for countless others. The lessons she learned through her journey of strength, creativity, and the importance of community shaped her into a beacon of inspiration. Clint Eastwood continued to support Mia's foundation quietly, his influence and generosity inspiring others to give back in their own ways. He occasionally attended events, offering words of encouragement and participating in fundraising efforts. His presence served as a constant reminder of the impact that a single act of kindness can have on an individual's life and the broader community. One day, Mia was invited to speak at a national conference on childhood cancer and the role of art in therapy. As she stood before a large audience, she shared her story with eloquence and grace, her voice steady and her message clear. "I learned that it doesn't matter how big or small you are," Mia began, her eyes reflecting the depth of her journey. "You can always do something to help. And when people help each other, amazing things can happen." Her words resonated deeply with everyone in the room, sparking conversations about the importance of community support and the healing power of creativity. Mia's story was a rallying cry for compassion, inspiring others to take action and make a difference in their own communities. As Mia continued her work, she never forgot the pivotal moment when Clint Eastwood walked into her life, a moment that had set off a chain reaction of generosity and hope. His support had not only provided the financial means for her treatments, but it also ignited a passion within her to give back and help others in need. The foundation flourished, its reach extending far beyond downtown Austin. Partnerships with national charities and international organizations allowed Art for Hope to support children around the world, each one carrying the legacy of Mia's unwavering spirit and the generosity of a man who believed in the power of a young girl's dreams. Years later, Mia graduated from high school with honors, her artwork displayed in galleries, and her foundation recognized as a leading organization in supporting children with serious illnesses. On the day of her graduation, she walked across the stage to receive her diploma, her eyes scanning the crowd for her mother and the face of her silent benefactor. As she reached the podium, a familiar voice called out, "Mia!" Turning around, she saw Clint Eastwood standing at the back of the auditorium, his presence as commanding and kind as ever. She walked up to him, her heart full. "Thank you for everything, Mr. Eastwood," she said, her voice strong and confident. Clint nodded, his eyes filled with pride. "You've done something incredible, Mia. Keep making the world a better place." Mia smiled, knowing that her journey was far from over. With the foundation thriving and the support of her community and Clint Eastwood, she was ready to continue her mission of spreading hope and inspiring others to follow in her footsteps.